This comment, the timeline is an infinite loop, is so perfect for this season. It's true for Sister Wives in general, but so perfect for this season because they're trying to tell us the story of Coyote Pass, and all of the footage is off by like 4 to 6 months. So we have Robin and Cody out here with their children, or 4 of their 5 children, talking about it's late summer and that they've agreed to sell it, but when they go out and do this, they're not so sure. Okay. And the reason why this is so confusing is they say late summer, so it's super green, all of that. We cut over to this Janelle and Mary conversation talking about the fact that Cody is pushing them off, which implies at the same time, but somebody better than me caught that on the computer it said May. So that is either like 5-6 months earlier or 7-8 months later. I'm not sure which, because I don't even know what year we're in for most of these. Now this I think is probably 2024, but who knows? May what? May when? May who? What's going on? So we have those 2 scenes, and then we have Christine and David helping move into the Moab, which is kind of presented in the episode as being the same time period. And that happened in February. So we have something happening in May. We have something happen in late summer, and we have something happening sort of like February 2024. I don't know. I'm going to give up on years because the last time I did this video, I got so off. And now they've always done this, and they've always mixed up footage, because I just happened to be watching the episode where Janelle and Cody go with Caleb and Maddie to look at places, and they describe it as being 6 months before the wedding, which is happening in early June, which would put it right around New Year's. But they're in Bozeman, and it's like tall grass, it's super crazy green. And I was like, I have not been to Montana, but I did live in Wyoming, which is, in Colorado. And that is not what, even in a dry winter, that's not what winter looks like. And they're not in winter clothes. Like, none of this is making sense. So they clearly, I don't know if they went and looked at this stuff before Maddie and Caleb got engaged, or if they filmed it way later and just sort of like, hey, we're going to tour it like the wedding's happening. I don't really know. So they've always done this. But this is especially confusing. And now most times I kind of don't care if stuff is moved around, because I've always been pretty sure that the Aurora getting her ear piercing happened way earlier, because I think it was probably during COVID lockdown, because that's just my impression. But I was like, who cares? Aurora's ear piercing has nothing to do with the storyline. But when we're talking about scenes that involve Coyote Pass, I do want to know where everyone's headspace is. Like, is Cody flip-flopping constantly? Yes, the answer to that is yes. But what does that mean for everybody else? And it's really important to me, and it really bothers me that they're just moving stuff around haphazardly, and then trying to lie to us that this is all happening concurrently. And then we're supposed to try to figure out where this is all going. And I don't know. And honestly, normally I can figure it out. Normally the sleuths can kind of figure it out. I think somebody said that somebody looked up when May 1st was on a Wednesday, so they know what year it is, but we have no idea when Cody and the family had the picnic. And it definitely, there's been this long assumption that, one, Garrison's passing changed a lot of Cody's scenes, because maybe he was complaining about his sons in every scene and they cut it. Very much a possibility. But when people say that they don't want any more footage from Cody and Robin because it's clearly all bad acting, this does not help the argument against it, is that they're somehow valuable members and we're seen authentically into their life when stuff is being moved who knows how long away. Like, that might have been filmed, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, so to speak. And they're just going to move it back a year or whatever to try to make it look real. I'm not saying that's what I actually think is happening. I'm just saying it's so hard to figure out what anything is going on that it's almost making the show unwatchable from a storytelling standpoint. They've got to figure that out. Like, they can't keep doing this where we're going from a scene in late summer to a snowstorm in Utah to, you know what I mean? Like, it's really bothering me. And I'm pretty patient for the fact that I'm pretty patient about this stuff. I am not someone who's always going on about it, but it's genuinely making it hard to watch.